Are you not freaked out about quarantine, but not completely comfortable either? Join me as I take you through 3 ways to find peace and productivity during quarantine. What's going on here?
I'm looking for the batteries. I don't see the batteries.
Well, hello. My name is Tiffany Haynes with tiffanyhaynesco.com, giving you tips and information for making your office more efficient. So if you're new here, please subscribe as I help you on your entrepreneurial journey. So we're home. I mean, work, hobbies, gym is all being done in the confines of our home. And I think when we first made the announcement, when it was going to be for a couple of weeks, it was cute. We were excited to kind of embrace the downtime, but I do believe even my introverts like myself were starting to lose it a little bit when we realized we were in this for the long haul. So I just wanted to take some time. I recently kind of put myself through this because I realized, okay, I want to make sure that I keep my head on straight. I want to make sure that I stay at peace during this time. I want to be productive. You don't know to write the next great American novel or watch 7 seasons of something on Netflix. Like, you don't know to be extremely productive, to embrace the downtime. You don't know what to do. The very first thing I had to do was just completely change the narrative. Like, completely change it. Because I think when you're watching the news and you're seeing social media, you're seeing the memes, though they're funny, it does begin to create a narrative in your own mind that even if you don't feel it's that bad, that you kind of take on some of the grievances and some of the negative things that people are saying about being quarantined. And so while if you're not personally affected by it, right? So if you're not personally affected by it, then you're just dealing with the rules of being quarantined. We're just at home trying to figure things out. And so here's what I had to do to change the narrative. You're going to have the family members, even if it's yourself, that say, I miss fill in the blank. I miss going to the gym, right? I miss being able to go over to my friend's house and hang out. Like, those things are going to come up. What I found is the minute I say it, the minute my kids or my husband says that, it immediately I say, how can we recreate that and have fun doing it? Period. And now it becomes a project. How can we recreate that and have fun doing it? So if you tell me, my son and I, we love going to the movies, right? So I miss going to the movies. How can we recreate that and have fun doing it, right? So we have dedicated snacks that we cannot use until we have our movie time. The movie time may be scheduled with a time, and we turn the lights off and we make it an experience the best we can, because now we're going to recreate it and have fun doing it. And what you realize is that it is a lot of fun to recreate an experience that you're used to having outside of the house, right? My daughter, who would normally be in daycare, she's 5 years old. She's just like her dad. She wants to do anything with her hands, anything. If it's painting, if it's drawing. And when she's at daycare, she really gets to let that part of her flourish every single day, right? They're always going to have something hands-on for her to do. And so when I know that she's going to miss that, even if she doesn't articulate it, right? She's going to miss that. I know that I need to recreate that and have fun doing it. So as you know, we're all cooking more. We're trying not to eat out. We're trying not to do the pickup food. So we're all eating more at home. Every single time I enter that kitchen, I'm like, come help me. Even if I have to give her something on the side that we're really not gonna eat, you come help me, because I want her to be able to experience doing something with her hands. We got our sidewalk chalk. It's been really warm in Texas, aside from the rain. And so we got sidewalk chalk for her to get outside and draw. We got our more coloring books. Everything that she can to get that experience every single day of being able to do something with her hands. And then my husband, who's a huge steak fan, he loves at least once a month to go to a steak restaurant. We went and got the best steaks at the grocery store and recreated an incredible meal, first of all, for $37. So that was just another fun fact of learning that we could create still an incredible meal where he can enjoy a steak. We pulled out the good dishes. We all sat together at the table. We embraced the fact that we do miss being able to go out to a nice restaurant, and we recreated it at home for a lot less money is what we realized. And so that's been a learning lesson for us. But how can I recreate that and have fun doing it? All right, so point number 2. Point number 2 is release the guilt and incorporate the new. This was really hard for me because as an entrepreneur, there's always something you can be working on, especially when you're the leader of organizations. There's always something you feel like you should be working on, always improvements you want to make, always processes you want to, edify and make better for when we kind of return back to business as normal. But what I realize is you can't obsess about, okay, am I being productive enough? Or am I watching too much TV? Am I doing this enough? You really can't. It's really about finding the new balance, embracing the fact that I'm probably going to watch more TV during this time. There's really sometimes, if you reach a point, there's just not much else to do. You have to embrace that and be okay with it, right? I have to embrace the fact that there is more time to be more productive. There is more time to grab at those things that I've always put aside. Different things that you may want to write. If you say, I want to do more video marketing, if I want to recreate a process in my company, if I want to birth a branch of my business and finally get that going, absolutely, this is the time to do it. If you don't spend all day doing it, that's perfectly fine as well. And I think that's the part we have to embrace, is if we say, okay, for the thing that I always wanted to do, and I always felt like time got away from me or I couldn't do it, let's say you only work on that for 30 minutes a day. And that's it. 30 minutes a day. Of course, 30 minutes is going to turn to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, because there's nothing else for you to do to really stop you. So, but commit to doing 30 so that you can feel like I did incorporate something that I've never done before into this quarantine time, but then embrace everything else that kind of comes with quarantine, which is, yes, I'm going to just sit and lay with my family on a couch and just watch TV longer than I would have any other time. And I think that is perfectly fine. And once you embrace both, I think that's the problem. Once you embrace both, you can enjoy both without guilt, right? All right, so that's tip number 2. And then also 3 is just embracing the randomness that this quarantine has brought upon us, which is this exquisite time where I have busted my son's room and said, hey, play me something, all those instruments that I bought you over the years, whip them out and play something for me. Jokingly, and he did it. Played his banjo, his guitar, his keyboard, and really embracing the things that I just would not randomly do in this house, because there was just always something going on. We were all in the backyard, and my daughter acting like an empty box that toilet paper came in was a boat, and she's flailing all about, and I was videotaping it. We're all cracking up. It's just the things that life going so fast would have suffocated out, right? It is those times, and you can see them organically, and you might have them all, yourself, or you can kind of create them and say, let's just do something we've never done before. I am not a baker, okay, at all. I baked a cake, you know what I mean? Got my daughter in there, baked the cake. We all enjoyed it. It was gone in a couple of days. And so those are the type of things where I'm like, let me just embrace what can I just randomly include in my life now that I don't know that I would have in the past? And so that part has been really fun. So this video was really lighthearted because of the simple fact, everything around us is just so intense. I have some really deeper things I want to get into later with you as the weeks are upcoming, when it deals with your business and some of the things you can do to improve it. But I really wanted to understand that life is now redefined temporarily. Life as we know it is redefined temporarily, and maybe some of the things will be permanent, who knows? But temporarily, we needed to stop thinking that our life is going to have the same structure or the same responsibility, or we should feel the same level of productivity or the same level. All of that has to be redefined, and we have to embrace that it's going to be different for a little while. If you found value in this, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know you're safe. Let us know how your family is and how they're adjusting to life under quarantine, how they're redefining their days and their nights. Join us in the comment section. We can't wait to hear from you, and I'll see you next time.
You just don't know what to say, Mom.
Well, I don't know what to say about what?
You don't know what to say about quarantine.
I do know what to say about quarantine.